So you're asked to keep a food diary. What does this mean? Depending on the study, the food diary could be for yourself or for your child. This video will serve as a guide to help you fill out your food diary. Okay, let's get started. Your study coordinator will tell you what days you need to keep track of. On the assigned days, record all food and drinks you or your child consumes. Remember to write down all meals, snacks, and beverages. Even record tastes and bites of food. Also remember to write down things like sauces, gravy, and condiments added to foods. You will have plenty of room available to record each day. Please write each food on a separate line and include as much detail about each food item as possible. If you're eating away from home, please write down the name of the restaurant or place where the food was prepared. And if possible, ask questions about the preparation of the food. For example, is butter or salt added? What kind of oil is the food cooked in? An important part of keeping a food diary is getting the portion sizes right. While you are not expected to measure everything, you do need to estimate amounts as accurately as possible. One way is to describe the amount of food as a whole item. For example, you can write down foods such as 1 slice of cheese or 1 medium apple. You can also describe the amount using measuring cups and measuring spoons. For example, you can write down a half a cup of rice or a half a tablespoon of ranch dressing. You can also use the food portion guide provided to you by your study coordinator. For more tips on how to use the guide to estimate portions, please be sure to view the measuring video through the link on our website. Now you're almost ready to start keeping a food diary. Just a couple more things. When keeping a food diary, do not change what you or your child normally eats. This is very important that we understand what and how much you and your child eat normally. Changes could affect what we find in our research. If you or your child consumes a vitamin or other non-food supplement on the days you keep the food diary, please write down the full name of the vitamin and record the dosage taken on the forms provided. Please feel free to bring in or mail in any food labels with your food diary. This information can be helpful to our dietitians and research staff. Remember, our main goal is to collect accurate information. The better you describe your or your child's food intake, the more helpful the record will be to us in our research. Now let's do a quick review. Remember, we want to know what you and your child usually eat, so don't make any changes. Write down everything you or your child eat and drink, and don't forget those little extras like small tastes of food, condiments added at the table. When eating out, be sure to write down the restaurant name and details about how the food is prepared. Be as accurate as possible when recording the amounts of food eaten. And finally, don't forget to tell us about any vitamins or supplements you or your child take on that day. We hope this short video has answered all of your questions about keeping a food diary. If you have more questions, don't hesitate to contact your study coordinator. And thank you for your participation in our research study.